Type Gray, Post-Mortem Reanimation. Overview. There are over 100 known instances of parathreats that operate by animating the corpses of the dead, ranging from simple prions to complex nanomachines. New ones are discovered on a regular basis, as diverse as the situations in which they are encountered. For this reason, Coalition operatives should familiarize themselves with the following three-step mnemonic, also known as the SEX method, for secure, evaluate, and exterminate, for dealing with Type Gray outbreaks. Secure. The first priority in any Type Gray outbreak is to secure the area in which the outbreak is taking place. The following tasks should be carried out in order of priority, most vital to least important. Individual situations will, of course, require revision of this general order. Establish worst-case scenario fallback plan. Coordinate with security assets, RE, authorized response level. Lock down infested area and establish a secure perimeter. No persons are to be allowed in or out of this perimeter. Security personnel are to be informed to shoot on site. Should GOC personnel be unavailable, local law enforcement or military assets may be commandeered under a standard cover story. Establish a headquarters within the infested zone. Said headquarters should be secure and preferably non-adjacent to civilian defense points, so that compromise of civilian defenses will not threaten GOC assets. Locate and make contact with any remaining civilians. Do not attempt to move civilians to headquarters zone. Any civilians surviving within the infested area are to be left in place. Evaluate. Because of the large number of Type Gray threat entities, it is imperative to establish the nature of the Type Gray outbreak. GOC personnel are to liaise with any medical or scientific personnel within the infested zone and make first-hand observations of infested threat entities. Analyze collected data and refer to GOC Type Gray database. If a Type Gray is determined to be a known threat entity, refer to sterilization manual for the particular KTE. Should data be insufficient, or if the parathreat is determined to be an unknown threat entity, then the following information should be recorded. Note: due to multiple breaches of quarantine, GOC personnel are no longer to attempt a capture of a live specimen of either infested persons or the Type Gray threat entity until the infestation is pacified. All Type Gray threat entities under observation and study are to be destroyed immediately upon determination of an effective kill method. Nature of physical and mental changes in the infested personnel. All Type Gray entities work by animating deceased matter. However, the amount of physical and or mental faculties remaining after infestation vary between threat entities. Initial observation of infested individuals should establish three facts: remaining physical capacity, speed of movement, agility, and strength. Remaining mental capacity, ability to solve problems, collate data, sensory capacity. Social characteristics, remaining pre-death personality or memories, presence of hive mind or internal factions. In most cases, Type Gray entities cause a 50% or more loss of physical capacity and reduction of mental capacity to simple hunger. Hive minds and internal factionalisms have been recorded in less than 10% of cases. In most scenarios, a Type Gray infested human is slow, mindless, and violent. Many Type Gray threat entities are non-transmissible. Infestation must take place directly towards dead flesh. However, many others can be transmitted through bodily fluids, through localized energy life forms, or through magical or religious means. Until said means of transmission are determined, all GOC personnel are to utilize Class 1 isolation gear. Note: following the outbreak of the mimetic cognitohazard type Grey threat entity, KTE 5321, Blick Grey, Eye Blight, all Class 1 isolation gear have been revised to include visual distortion lenses. In addition, the GOC team on site are to determine whether the threat entity is transmissible to humans only, or should the entity be able to infest animal or plant life, which forms of life are vulnerable to infestation. Effective kill method. In past experience, the following kill methods have proven effective in Type Grey outbreaks. Immolation, 99.9%. Destruction of brain, 72%. Bodily trauma, 54%. Toxins, 3%. Other, 2%. Assessment of effective kill method, EKM, should be carried out in the following manner. Locate a single Type Grey infested human and establish a kill zone. Test subject is to be secured if necessary to ensure sharpshooter accuracy. Establish perimeter, including fallback plan and fire support. Sharpshooter armed with scoped rifle, including underslung launcher, fires 2 rounds into center of mass. Assess results. If method is effective, cease testing. Sharpshooter delivers headshot. Assess result. If method is effective, cease testing. Sharpshooter loads and fires incendiary grenade. Assess result. If method is effective, cease testing. Sharpshooter loads and fires chemical grenade loaded with Zombie Gone toxin cocktail. Assess result. If method is effective, cease testing. If standard kill methods prove ineffective, withdraw to headquarters and contact GOC High Command for further instructions. Exterminate. Following establishment of security and determination for an effective kill method, GOC strike personnel are to sweep the infested area according to standard clean and sweep protocol. Personnel are to report back every 2 minutes with status update. Should 25% of sweeping personnel be lost, mission is to be aborted, GOC personnel withdrawn, and response level 3 assets deployed to incinerate infested zone. Should losses exceed 50% at any point during withdrawal, remaining personnel are to be considered expended and immediate response level 3 operations carried out.